Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host Jay, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about this market. I want to talk to you about some coins that we mentioned on this channel that are doing very well. I want to talk to you about some coins that we mentioned on this channel that haven't started moving as well yet, and there might be some opportunities there. I want to talk to you about buying coins that have already pumped. How do you do it, or even do you do it? I want to talk to you about a whole bunch of stuff in this market that might be very useful. We are trying to make money together. That's what this channel is all about. Let's get this money together. So if you're excited about that, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Check out my website, Everythingcurrencycrypto.com. Got merch on there, got NFTs, got classes for the beginners if you need some beginner classes and stuff like that. So check out my website, got it up there for you guys. And yeah, let's just get right into this video. So also follow me on Twitter, Everything Currency on Twitter, so you guys can hear me talk my crap over there. But let's look at Bitcoin real quick because it's looking kind of interesting. So right now we're up like 0.37%. If we go to this chart right here, we can see that we are at 60,900 bucks, and we're getting below this blue line right here, which is the 13 moving average. And when we pop above that line, we always have some bullish action. Back here we called it popped above that line, and then it got bullish for a while, and now we are flirting with coming back below it. Two things: we need to stay above this 34 moving average now, which is this green line. Is kind of the safety net. If we fall below that safety net, things could get pretty ugly. The last safety net we have, in my opinion, is the 58k range right there. That's why I have this yellow line at the 50k range and the 66k range right here. I'm thinking that the price is going to do one of these, and maybe bounce in between 59k and 66k for a little bit. When that happens, that will send altcoins flying and taking off. Looking at the total 2, so got something new on here on the total 2 because the cup and handle wasn't giving us a lot of info, so I drew a pitchfork in here. If you don't know how to do a pitchfork or where that comes from, you start with over here. You go to shift pitchfork is the one that I'm using. I'm going to start down here from the bottom. I'm going to bring it all the way to the top, and I'm going to go to the bottom over here, and I'm going to line it up a little nicely. Then I'm going to zoom in on it and see what type of information this gives us, or even if it's holding up. So we see we got this slanted line going up. It's looking like this is a nice support line right here. We have the middle line being some type of resistance. Let's add some more information in here so we can see if we got anything else to look at. Turn this on. Let's turn these on right here. Let's spread this out a little bit. I like to do that anyway. And then zoom in here, and we can see that, yeah, this top line right here is support. So we're running in between these two lines here, and hopefully that's what we can do and continue up on our way to our target, giving us a little bit of some ranges that we can go into. We break below this middle line right here, things could get pretty dippy again for the altcoins. So I'm definitely watching this pitchfork now to make sure that, hey, we stay in this uptrend. If it starts breaking too many of these lines, we'll start a downtrend, obviously. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now for the altcoins. This is the total 2, all of the altcoins excluding Bitcoin, and as long as this is going up, then we could expect that altcoins are going to have an extremely good time, especially some of those low caps and some of those mid caps are going to have an extremely good time. So speaking of an extremely good time, real quick, just to shout out for the guys in the Telegram group. Shout out to everyone who got into blockape scissors. Now, there's been guys in the group saying, Jay, don't sleep on this, don't sleep on this, don't sleep on this. And guess what? I didn't buy any. Kind of slept on it, but I've looked at it, and it is a very nice project in the play to earn realm. But I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the guys at blockape scissors. I'm not into the meme coins as much, but they do still make some money, and blockape scissors has a little bit more to the table that it's bringing to the table than besides just some pretty cool memes. Got some pretty nice partners, and they're building a bunch of stuff. So if you would like to see me dive and do a video on blockape scissors, I'll go ahead and do that. But just a little skeptical about making it its own video right now when the price had pumped so much from about 8 cents to about 80 cents. But shout out to everybody in the Telegram group for that one. Also, want you guys to check out Citizen Finance still. Citizen Finance has only a $7.6 million market cap. I have a whole video on Citizen Finance where I talk about the Meadowlands game. I talk about how the NFTs in that game are what I thought of when I thought of NFTs. Meaning like you can take your gun from this game and it's an NFT and carry it around to other games, or your skin from Fortnite and use it in Call of Duty or something. We're pretty far from that, but hey, Citizen is one of the first projects that I've seen that is iterating those type of use cases for NFTs. So definitely something you should talk about. You should check out. Capacity. So Capacity has been on a tear lately, just doing extremely well lately. And it just jumped out of nowhere from 0.004 to 2 cents. This is crazy right here. So in all transparency, I sold Cap because I wasn't seeing the company give me a lot of use case for the token, but they updated a couple things that I want to talk to you guys about today. So just to refresh your on Cap real quick, it says Cap is a easily scalable platform for creating and embedding and analyzing 3D, AR, and VR content. So with their app, I actually have it on my phone. You can do a video of, say, these headphones, and then you have a 3D rendering of these headphones, which is pretty needed, and it's gonna be very useful in the future, those type of technology, especially when everything is going into the metaverse and they're getting into things like that. But they have this framework on here. They talk about the Cap token is not an investment. It's only going to be used for certain things, but then they didn't have anything for you to use the token for. So that was one of the reasons why I kind of backed off of the token a little bit. But they just announced that they're going to be doing some metaverse things in the short term to long-term future, but they're going to be doing a metaverse for e-commerce. Now, the thing that's good about this for the token is that in the metaverse, Cap will probably be the currency of that metaverse, and that gives the token some type of value along with the company having value, and it makes me more excited about the token again. So I definitely pay attention to token use cases. I do buy like meme coins when I see that they're going to pump or something like that, but I'm not expecting to hold those long terms because they will dump long term, and they will dump hard long term. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Like, I love them just as much as everybody else because they make gains, but that's kind of all they're for, is just to make gains. So just keep that in mind. This is not financial advice. What you do with your money is your responsibility, but definitely keep in mind that you want to get into projects that are going to be around in the next 4-year cycle. And there's a bunch of them that aren't. So with that, I think it's a good time to segue into tokens that have already pumped, like Track. So we're looking at Track right here, and everybody's saying, hey, look, Jay, is it too late to get into Track? Well, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time and you didn't get in on this Track pump, then shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. But everyone's saying, hey, look, how do I buy a token that's already pumped? Let's look at some TA on Track and see how this goes. So when pumps happen, you have a couple things that happen on these charts. First thing that happens on these charts is after a pump happens, you have an accumulation period where some people take profit. Say up here, people take profit, price comes down, and then the price just kind of accumulates for a long time. And if you see these yellow lines right here, it's actually creating a triangle of this accumulation, and then it pops out and it goes up, right? So let me just remove this pitchfork real quick. So then once the price is already up, two things you want to do if you're going to decide to get into this token. First thing I'll do is this. I'll come to the token on CoinGecko. Look at the token on CoinGecko, say, hey, the market cap 666 million. How many tokens are in total supply? I look at what it does, and I ask myself a very important question. Do I feel like this market cap could be higher? I can compare it to some other tokens that have higher market caps and say, there's many different ways I can determine that, right? Is it useful? Is it being used? being better than some, or having better technology than some of the tokens that are higher than it doesn't necessarily mean that the token's going to go up. But I do kind of use that sometimes and say, hey, you know what, there's a token like VeChain that does the same thing in China. We got Track doing it over here in the US. Maybe Track should be at least half of the market cap of VeChain, maybe. But then I'll look more into it and then just ask myself, do I think this market cap has more potential, right? This market cap is not telling us exactly how much money is in there, but it's showing us, you know, basically like kind of where the market is valuing these tokens based on what they're willing to pay for it. So I just ask myself, does that market cap have room to grow? If that market cap has room to grow, then I will invest into it accordingly. So let's just go back to some of the top tokens. Say like let's say Polkadot, right? Polkadot right now is at a $53 million market cap. Do I feel like this market cap has room for growth? And if it does have room for growth, then I'll ask myself, how much can it grow? Can it get to a $100 million market cap? Can it get to a $106 million market cap? Because that's what it's going to take for me to double my money in Polkadot. I'm going to need Polkadot to go to a $106 billion market cap. If I believe that can happen, then I'm also saying that, hey, I believe that Polkadot can go to $100 and I will invest in accordingly. So if you're looking at a token, say for example like Citizen Finance, and you say, hey man, in the last 7 days, let's say hey man, in the last 14 days it's up double, right? And you ask yourself, but can this market cap still move? There will be retracements on the way up always, but can it get back to $68, its all-time high, or is it done? Can this market cap get to 10 million? Can this market cap get to 20 million? So forth and so on. And that is the way I believe in right now in this bull cycle. That's how we should be judging these tokens, because some people say, hey Jay, like, I'll use OMI as an example, and when OMI went up, from 0.0004 to 0.0009, people were saying, hey, it's done, it's not going to run anymore, and the thing went up to 0.01. So a lot of people decided to step away from the coin because it had already moved, not understanding that, hey, there is still room for this coin to move more. And some people jump into coins and say, hey, it's going to move, not understanding that there is no more room for it to move. There would need to be some drastic major things happen. There would need to be a bunch of money to come into some of these tokens to make them double again. That's just something to think about, especially if you're new to cryptocurrency, because you're just buying stuff because people say it. You want to make sure that it has room to move, right? If somebody tells you, hey, a coin's going to go up to $589, what they're saying is they believe that that market cap can multiply however many times it is from now, and you should question that. So got all that stuff out of the way. Want to talk to you about some coins that I brought up on this channel before that I want to bring up to your attention right now, because they have some pretty nice charts and they have some things going on. These are not going to be real deep run throughs because I talked about them already. You can go ahead and search for the videos on my channel. But OVR, brought it up recently. Right now it's up 10%, $51 million, but still could be a nice undervalued gem. I talked about it recently. You can go ahead and watch that video, and I talked about it before where I did a deep dive into what the product is. But OVR, I do think it has some room to move. We see volume picking up, a little bit of pump today, but $50 million market cap still seems undervalued for a metaverse play to earn NFT project at this point in time. So something to keep an eye on. And then the next one is Oasis Rose. So it's actually down today. I think maybe it has less room to move than OVR, but I do think it could do well. I have a lot of videos about Rose. It is on my low caps gems list. It was below $40 million market cap when we talked about it, and I don't hold any Rose right now, so that will be something that I'll be looking at picking up over the next couple of days, seeing what this price does. But yeah, I want you guys to go ahead and check out the Oasis protocol. So let me know what you guys think about the video. We got cifi, we got OVR, we got track, we got capacity, doing nice, well things. We got OVR, we're still waiting for it to run. We got Oasis Network, we're still waiting for it to run. And we have Luxo, which is the last token that I'm really thinking, hey man, this thing is super undervalued. It ain't the last one I'm thinking is undervalued, but it's one that I think is definitely going to be a good mover. So like and subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Don't forget to check out the website. Always remember to think positive so those positive things can happen to you. And remember, if there's somebody at home who is making sure you are fed every single day, they deserve random gifts. RIP to crypto roots. Till next time, peace.